Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
We got it! We got it!
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this.
Welcome to Superman Rewatch. I'm Jared. I'm here with Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, brother?
I am Metallo.
Okay, that was actually really well done. Good job with that. So we are talking about The Way of All Flesh, which is the first appearance of Metallo. And this is another one that took kind of a weird horror movie-like direction so he gets a virus. We find out later was intentionally by Luthor. And it's like, you need this special surgery. Yeah, go ahead.
It was me, Barry.
Jeez. I love how that became a meme. But so Lex is like, "Oh, I could help you if you let me experiment on you." Now, my question is, what surgery did they do to him to transfer his like consciousness into like a robotic body that also has his skin? I'm a little confused here.
I mean, if I were to guess, I'd probably say it was like a brain transplant or something. I mean, you got to realize this is a universe where they have a flying alien from Krypton, so
That's true. Remember in Justice League where Green Lantern goes, a talking gorilla? That seems a little far-fetched. We both have a Martian in our speed dial.
yeah, like to me, there comes a point where things got to be plausible enough. And there's, and to me, this is plausible enough. Like, it makes, like, honestly, everything we've seen so far, I could buy that there's a surgery to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, and plus, we're also dealing with the universe with the green rock that causes harm to a god. Yeah, I think we're good. But,
there's only one thing wrong. There's one line Metallo should have said.
What?
Tell me, do you bleed?
You will. But so Metallo fights Superman, and the kryptonite heart really screws with him until a certain lame journalist shows up. And what's kind of funny about this is like, so Metallo goes in for a kiss, but he can't feel anything, partly because of his surgery, but majorly because she's Lois. But the funny part about it is,
wait. He can feel one thing. He can feel how lame she is.
Utter disgust and
no, he can feel how lame she is.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's kind of funny. Did you know that in the new 52, Lois and Metallo actually dated? Because they made him a hero. They made him more of a hero. Yeah. Well, Superman was in the infinitely better relationship with Wonder Woman. So there you go.
Still lame.
I know.
Also, I've said this every time. Metallo is voiced by the legendary Malcolm McDowell.
Which, hey, he does a great job with it. The other thing that I really like about this episode is, again, when like he finds out that like it was like an irreversible surgery, he starts tearing off his flesh. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. And that kind of crossed into John Carpenter's The Thing territory.
Yeah.
But
you could say Metallo really wanted to terminate Superman.
Yeah, this is also giving me major Terminator vibes, particularly later, and I'll explain why later. But so the idea is that Metallo goes to Lex and goes, "Okay, so you can restore my flesh, right? At least." He's like, "Yeah, sure," and let's go fight Superman. So Metallo also learns how to like focus his chest beam into like a laser beam, essentially a unibeam from Iron Man, to direct the kryptonite. Then eventually Superman goes, "Hey, we met with the doctor that said you had this disease. He put it in your food. That's why you got such a rare disease." And he was told to do that by Lex Luthor.
And I love how they kind of set it up where like he's eating very well. Like, he's eating better than most people do, and he's in prison. When you think about the episode, like, okay, the reason why they gave him such good food is they wanted him to eat it.
Yeah, exactly. And so then this is the part where I'm like, okay, I'm not buying this. So Metallo goes to like make Luther drink the vial. I'm sorry. You're telling me none of the poison got into Lex when he's as he's doing this, he's like, no, no, no.
I mean, like, here's the thing. There are moments where, like, his teeth are bared or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, the teeth are, like, there are holes in the teeth and his mouth is open. I'm sorry, some of it got in.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute here. Also,
Yeah,
I love how Superman causes property damage by blowing up a yacht. You could say
not only that, but like knocking him through buildings.
So almost like Zack Snyder is not so bad for portraying Superman fighting Zod in the middle of a city and punching him through buildings.
Superman just does it casually.
Yeah, he does it casually. Essentially, remember where he punched Darkseid through many buildings and just like was like had enough.
Well, Darkseid is one thing. Metallo, I feel like he can more easily control the battle. Like, if he wants to fling him outside of Metropolis, he could have done that if he wanted to.
Yes, Superman could have taken the fight outside the city. But
with Metallo, because Metallo doesn't really fly, he can probably jump really well. And honestly, in the air, if Superman wanted to like fling him outside of Metropolis, he could have.
Yeah. So obviously Luther and Metallo get off the ship before it like collapses. Luther's yacht. Now the thing is, Metallo is made of like a metal skeleton like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he just
no. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I am living tissue over a metal exoskeleton.
That's kind of what it is. And he collapses. Now, the part where I'm like, okay, that is really cool. At the very end, when Superman goes, I'm not the one that should be concerned, Luther. You just see on the sea floor him walking, and you just see his glowing kryptonite heart.
Yeah, and they established earlier in the show he doesn't drink, he doesn't need to breathe, so him surviving on the ocean floor makes perfect sense.
It's essentially kind of like, remember that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where there's skeletons and they're walking along the ocean floor?
All right. You better start believing in ghost tales, Miss Lane, because you're in one.
Because you are one. Anyway, there you go. So trivia. Though Superman warns Luther that Metallo will be out for revenge on him, this never occurs during the series. He does return for revenge in the video game Superman Shadows of Apocalypse. So you set up a plot point but never address it. Funny. Dr. Vale is named after Dr. Emmett Vale, the robotics expert who created Metallo in the comics. Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
Dope. Metallo's inability to feel is a similar trait to Mr. Freeze, who cannot embrace warm environments. Yep, that's actually really cool. And then obviously, yeah. So what we have here is that Nick is correct. Malcolm McDowell voices John Corben, aka Metallo.
And for those who don't realize, Mac McDowell voiced Mad Mod in the Teen Titans episode. He's been in a lot of stuff like Clockwork Orange. Let's see. He was President Eden in Fallout 3.
I never played. Wait, did I play Fallout 3? Is that the one with Liam Neeson?
Yes.
Yes, I played that one briefly.
So you know, like those iBots and like the president was always like regaling the tales?
I think so.
You heard him all over the wasteland, or if you tuned into Enclave Radio.
So you're telling me that Fallout is actually the sequel to the DC universe?
I mean, especially once you get to the end and you realize that Eden is just kind of a computer simulation kind of thing, like a brain in a...
So it's the Matrix. So wait, you're telling me that Fallout...
Okay. Fallout 3 Matrix, you're thinking it's the Tranquility Lane quest line, where you literally go into a VR simulation pod.
So what you're telling me is that Fallout 3 is actually the real Matrix 4.
No,
almost like Saints Row 4 is Matrix 5.
Well, as funny about that, they're actually developing a new Matrix 5 without the Wachowskis.
Without them?
Yeah, I sent you the picture a few days ago.
I checked that out. Which I gotta be honest, if last one was like marketed as they're involved and then it performed and was received as well as it did, I would be like, can we explore this without them?
To be fair, Matrix 4 only had one of them, and I believe it
But
was
still,
Lana.
they still marketed it as they were involved.
I mean, having one of them is still qualifies, I guess. But it'll be interesting to see someone else take a crack at the Matrix.
Zack Snyder.
They're obviously sure.
Honestly, I could. Honestly, you know what's kind of funny? I could actually see that.
Slow mo and bullet time.
Slow mo is literally his thing. It's exactly no. This comes with slow motion.
Like I okay, now you're actually kind of getting me interested because like I want to see Zack Snyder's take on bullet time because bullet time is not necessarily just slow mo. It's like controlling the camera in weird ways. Like I could see Zack Snyder do some really interesting bullet time.
Yes, exactly. He did a lot of like really cool slow mo bullets in the Rebel Moon movies, particularly the director's cut. So that's why it's on the brain right now. And I'm like, and he could do weird camera movements.
Yeah.
But anyway, so enough of the Matrix talk. So in terms of how I rate this episode, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. It was fun. They had the horror elements in there. Unfortunately, Lois was involved, but only for a scene, so I excuse it. And I really like Metallo. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, good solid episode. This gets a 9.5 for me because I'm sorry, Malcolm McDowell, he gets extra bonus points.
He gets the McDowell boost, like I have the Jennifer Hale boost, and you have the Laura Bailey boost.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell kind of has a similar thing where I love the actor so much. I love its voice. I just love the guy in general. So he gets a boost.
That we all have those actors that will give it a boost.
Yeah,
like anything directed by Zack Snyder gets a 20-point boost. Anything that features Jennifer Hale, like this way, it gets a 5-point boost. Dependent, like for every character she plays. So, like if she plays like 4 characters, it gets a 20-point boost.
So, Jared, how would you feel if Netflix licensed Athena, and it was produced by Zack Snyder, and then he directed the pilot?
And if it was animated, I would love for Jennifer Hale to voice Athena. That'd be awesome.
Or if it was live action, who knows?
Or what I would do is I would tell, okay, Zach, I'm going to pitch an idea for you, and tell me if this is impossible. I understand. Can we get the Justice League actors to play my characters? All Ben Affleck would have to do, you would even have to take off the Batman the helmet. Just have him be in a voice booth.
So Gal Gadot would be Athena?
Well, duh. And Henry Cavill's Atlas.
Okay. I don't think I've ever asked you this question before. If you could cast Athena, Gal Gadot's not available, who would you pick? Live action.
Live action, I gotta go with.
I mean, animated. It's gonna be
Jennifer Hale. Probably, if I have to go with. That's a good question.
My pick for Athena would be Alexander Daddario.
Nah, nah. Too young.
Oh.
I got to think of someone that would really work. Well, I'm not too young. I just don't like. No, I can't see her play. She could play my mirror character, Thalassa.
But no, Amber Heard's perfect for that role.
No. You know what? I will think about that because currently the only option is Gal Gadot. But anyway.
All right.
But all right. So stay heroic, everyone. Remember, and this is very appropriate for this one. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod and Metallo. Zoe is the Max about for life. See you later.